All right, my friends, we're back with another Jaren video. In this video, we're going to talk about what weapons you should use. And I make this video because I was playing in a stream the other day and someone came in and asked me what I thought about a certain weapon for Jaren, and he asked about Crimson. So we'll get to that, but I'm going to talk about what I think are his weapon choices when it comes to him. And it's pretty simple, and it goes to say with just about any character that comes in the game. When it comes to me, I personally think it is a good choice to stick to whatever weapons are associated with his element, right? Jaren is solar. That being said, are there instances where you may use something different? Sure. But in general, you want to stick to whatever weapons coincide with his element. So when we talk about his hand cannon, right, we got the last word. This is, of course, the battle pass weapon. You're going to have to invest in the battle pass if you want to get this, max it out. You're going to have to spend some black market coins on getting those battle pass little egg rock thingies so you can get all your copies, etc., etc. If you've been playing this game, you know how this works when it comes to maxing out a exotic weapon from the battle pass, which you should be maxing out your exotic weapon no matter where it came from. Some of them just take a little bit more work, right? Photons, copies, etc. We all know what it entails. So when it comes to Jaren Ward's hand cannon choice, of course, we're going to go with the last word. Why? Because it's just suited for him. He's meant to be up close and personal, just firing, throwing his grenade, moving around, constantly using his abilities, hip firing this thing. It's just what it's made for him. Okay, so we'll take a quick look at it. The catalyst. Landing hip fire, final blows, or landing precision, final blows while aiming down sights instantly grants the max number of buff stacks. Top half of the weapon's magazine deals 30% damage, yada yada. Paid in full and settle in turn stacks will be kept even after reloading. So that's going to be huge there when it comes to that. His perks, fan fire, of course. This weapon gains the paid in full buff for 5 seconds after hitting a target with a hip fired shot, gradually increasing damage dealt by up to 40% and reload speed up to 40%. When aimed shots land precision hits, it gains the settled in turn buff for 5 seconds, gradually increasing precision damage dealt by up to 60 and accuracy by 40. Reloading removes these buffs. Let's be honest, you're going to be hip firing this weapon. That's what it's designed to do. It's an up close and personal hand cannon. You're hip firing it. You're just going nuts with it. Raised wager, when firing from the hip, body shots that hit base elite commands with less than 75% health or bosses powerful commands with less than 50% health deal damage equal to a precision hit. See? You're going to be hip firing this weapon. That's how you should use it. The only time I suggest you aim down sights is if you're trying to shoot something that's far away for some reason with this. But again, with Jaren, you're up close and personal. So this is his main pick. For PvE, you're going last word. Now, when it comes to PvP, should you be one that likes to dabble in PvP, is there another option? Here is where you could take Crimson, for the simple fact that Crimson, when you get kills, you get healed. So this keeps you in the fight more in PvP. It can be good in shifting gates as well to keep you rolling. So you could use that there. You don't really have to invest into it because, of course, fair play is in play in PvP. So you have that option. Don't really need to invest into it. Back to last word. This is the gun you want to use for Jaren Ward. It is designed for him. You should be using this. The only time you should be switching off of this, well, you shouldn't be. Like I said, Crimson, PvP, you can make that argument. Old Prefect, just that's not it, bro. Old Prefect needs some changes, some buffs or something. Not worth investing in Old Prefect over last word. We'll just put it like that. If you want to be all the Jaren you can be, you need last word and you need to max it out. Let's move to the shotgun. The shotgun. So we've got this new shotgun that came out, the solar one. Of course, when we come to this, the only other shotguns we had before were, of course, the Void, and the arc. Again, going back to our theory of you should use the weapon that coincides with their element. The only time you would switch is if you are doing a solo activity where you needed some coverage. Maybe you're doing legendary campaign and your Jaren's not leveled up high enough to just overpower it by using solar weapons if it happens to be arc shields. If it's arc shields and you're high enough, you can use solar weapons to break those shields. It's not a problem. But if you're on that cusp of where it's a little bit of a struggle for you, you can't beat the time constraint for those challenge modes because you're still leveling your Jaren up, then you might want to switch out your shotgun. You want to switch the shotgun out to match the elements because the shotgun is going to be better at breaking a shield than a primary would. So you have your options there, but for our main one, we're going with the thermoplaya. And when it comes to the perks, in my opinion, there's really no other option here except for the recommended Spinosaurus shots and Karmic Reward. Especially over here, Karmic definitely the go-to. Over here, you could argue with Fraternity, but Spinosaurus shots, once you have the perk upgrade, outplays Fraternity. So you're looking for this here. When it comes to if you wanted the Void one for those off chances we need it, your option is going to be Dual Loader, Karmic Reward, or line formation, Karmic Reward. You can make an argument for either one of which to use. So his weapon loadout, pretty easy to pick. You know, get you the shotguns so that you have coverage. If you're doing something solo, you have it. But if you're doing something team-based, you should always be rocking your element for the task at hand. Now we could say, you know, there's always Octant Riot as a shotgun. You could go, but Chaperone, definitely not. Chaperone's for PvP, and even then, it's still pretty mid. Octant Riot, if you have it leveled up because maybe you have Gwen and you max this out, yeah, you could use it for very niche situations, but still you're going to be better off with Last Word and Thermoplaya, because if you were to use Octant Riot, that means you're going to have to switch to one of these hand cannons, the solar hand cannon. Not bad. It has Searing Mark on it, which is nice, so it can be good. If you need to switch and go to Octant Riot for whatever reason, you could also make the argument here that Bullseye Rebate goes really good with Searing Mark. So that would be what I would be looking for if you were going to want to get one of these. As you can see, I have it somewhere here. Where is it, chat? Have it. Well, for whatever reason, I can't find it. I know I didn't delete it. If I did, I might have accidentally deleted it, which would be tragic. But I had it at one point. Oh no, maybe we're going after it still. I think I have it on my alt. That's why I'm getting confused. So I still need to get it, which isn't a big deal. We'll get it. Get it next week when the thing resets, but we don't necessarily need it right now because we're not using it anyways because we're using Last Word. So that's basically it. You should still get these hand cannons for the perks that you want, just in case, just to have them. You know, whatever combination you're looking for when it comes to it, but get it. But that's going to be it. It's pretty simple. Like I said, when it comes to weapons, you're typically going to go with whatever weapon is the same element as the character himself. And in this instance, you know, you have old Prefect, but Last Word is going to be your better choice. Of course, that does require you to invest in the Battle Pass. If you weren't going to get the Battle Pass, then I guess your argument here, you would probably go old Prefect at that point. But you're not putting yourself in the best position with Jaren Ward if you're not running Last Word, my friends. That's going to do it for the weapon choices. Pretty simple. Don't forget, hit that thumbs up. Check out some more of my Destiny Rising videos, my friends. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.